So you heard that money is the root of all evil? You've heard these sayings. You've heard people tell you that rich people are bad people, right? We get told and we get shown these images in our movies, in our TV series, on the news. You get the rich, arrogant person at school, right? He's always bullying others. His parents are rich. Um, you take Spider-Man, for example. This is one of the best and biggest psyops that we've had. Think about Spider-Man's story, right? For those of you who don't know the story, Spider-Man is of course a fictional character, but it really shows the importance of this concept that we've been given. Firstly, Spider-Man is a weak, poor person. Let's call him average, right? But he's definitely not rich. He's a smart, intelligent person. Okay, great. But he's physically weak. He's what you would call a nerd. He doesn't have good status. But he's a nice guy. And then in the same show, his friend is rich. But he's an arrogant. He's an asshole. He doesn't treat people well. He doesn't treat people with respect. And especially the father. The father is the villain of the show. And the villain is rich, whereas the hero is not rich. And through various means, he gains power. Spider-Man gains power, and he's able to overthrow this rich person. So it's kind of like they point the light as rich people being bad people. And so we've gotten these different kind of ideas about people being rich and poor and middle class and upper class and all these kind of things. But at the end of the day, we're all just people. People are good, people are bad. It doesn't matter if they have money or not. Either way. Right? So we are in the space of self-improvement. And one of the most important things for self-improving in your life is to have money. Now, you might have been told by many people that money is bad, but money is just a tool. And money actually amplifies the person that you are. A bad person with a lot of money will do more bad things. But a good person with a lot of money will do more good things. Money is the amplifier. Money is the tool that will help you to do whatever it is that you need to do. So here are some reasons why we actually need a lot of money. Okay, and you might not think that maybe you don't need billions, right? But we need a certain amount of money to do certain things in life. Now, the first thing that money provides, of course, is financial security. Now, we know in the past few years, we've had a lot of ups and downs with financial security. Many people lost their jobs. Many businesses went out of business. Everything moved online. Physical stores struggled a lot. So, at the end of the day, if you're working a standard 9-to-5 job, you are not safe. Anything can happen at any time. And if you think about the new revolution with AI, maybe your job is going to be replaced by AI. So the future is uncertain in terms of your standard earning potential, right? So you have to find alternative means of income. It is a must. You have to do more than one thing. You cannot rely solely on your job. Now, if you have a job like being a doctor or being a lawyer and you're making a lot of money, that is great. Okay? It really puts you ahead of let's say the race, if you want to call it, the rat race, right? You are making a lot of money. That is great. But do not rely solely on that income. Use that money to invest, to build, to buy other properties, to build up assets in another space, so that if anything had to happen with your job, you would be able to replace that income. That's the most important. Now, for the most of us, we are definitely not on that level. So if you're not even on that level of income potential, what are you doing? You must have an alternative source of income. There's no question about it. And you should be striving towards at least minimum $10,000 a month. That is the minimum requirement. Okay? Because if you think about it, $10,000 a month might not even be enough. One day you will not be able to work anymore. You need to have either some kind of side business or side hustle that you can do into your 90s, something that you can continuously grow and work on, right? Because in your standard job, maybe you have to retire at 65 or 60. What do you do from there? Your savings might not be enough to sustain you for the next 40, 50 years of your life. So financial security is extremely important. You must have a side hustle and you need to earn at least $10,000 a month. That is just to have a comfortable life. Of course, anything more than that is amazing and just, all the power to you and enjoy that, okay? But a minimum of 10,000 a month. So that is financial security. This covers all of your basic needs. And another thing that kind of goes into the financial security is also at least having 6 months of savings. So if you had to lose your job or your income completely right now, do you have enough savings to last for the next 6 months? So why do we need to have more money? So one of the biggest things and the main reason to have money is for freedom and independence. You cannot be free if you're depending on the government for money. You cannot be free if you're depending on your job for money. If you're depending on these institutions and these things just to have your basic needs met, that's not freedom. If you can't go on vacation when you want to, do you have freedom? If you fall ill, if your parents are sick, and you can't afford to pay for their or treatments, are you free? So imagine not having enough money to see these opportunities, to explore the world, to support your family. As men, we are called to be the providers. So if you cannot provide, then what is your purpose? Really think about that. We are the providers. So having money gives you opportunity to make more money as well, right? Having money gives you more opportunity and it gives you the ability to go and seek a life that you want, to design the life that you want. If you want to live in the middle of nowhere, on a farm or in some cabin in the woods, you can do that because you have the money to sustain yourself. Otherwise, you have to live in a crappy apartment, right, in the middle of some city just so that you can, spend 3 hours in traffic to get to your job. If that's the life you want to live, by all means do it. But at least you have the freedom to choose what you want to do. You're not being forced into any situation. Now, with money, of course, comes quality of life improvements. Some of us are less frugal than others, but having money gives you the ability to choose. Choices and freedom is the most important thing, right, when it comes to having money. And so your quality of life can improve as well. You can afford the best medical care. You can have a good, reliable car. You can have a good home for your family. These are just our basic requirements as humans. You can afford good food. You can choose to have, the grass-fed organic beef instead of having the store-bought, drugged-up steroid food, right? Like, you have the choice. The one is more expensive, but it doesn't matter because you have the money to choose the healthier option, right? So quality of life improves your health, and it improves all aspects. And that is why you need money. We also have the ability to pursue our self improvement. We're on this journey in self improvement, but we're in the beginning, right? When you have more money, you can afford to go to masterminds, to go to different seminars, to buy courses, to have one on one coaching with people that have the life that you want, right? Those things are expensive and cost money, but they are extremely valuable. So by having money, you're able to progress on your self-improvement journey faster and better and with more connections and meeting more people. Like right now, I'm a part of this community, and which you can check the link below if you'd like to join. But the majority of the people in this community are living in United States, in Canada, in parts of Europe. There are only a few people living here in South America where I'm living. But if I have more money, I'm able to travel and meet these people and actually interact with them in person. So that's the freedom and the quality of life that having money actually gives you. Now, like I said, having more money allows you to make more money, right? Because now you have the capital available to invest in any opportunities that come by. Imagine you were like, almost 10 years ago now, right? And you heard this whole Bitcoin thing come out. That time Bitcoin was super cheap, right? Maybe you heard about it, but that time you didn't even have a few $100s to spend on Bitcoin. What if you had, $1,000 to spend on Bitcoin that time because you had the money to invest into this opportunity? You would have made so much more money by now, right? From that investment. Like, just imagine. So now you're learning self-improvement, you're focusing on finance, you're learning about money, and now you realize that, oh, here's an opportunity that looks good. This looks promising. Maybe you'll lose all your money from it, but maybe it will be great. Well, you have capital, you have money that you can actually use to invest. And go for it. Because now you have the ability to invest into these things, even if they are a bit more risky, right? You're able to absorb that risk because you have the money to do so. And this is why they say the rich get rich, right? Because the rich people are constantly seeking out more opportunities to make money, and they have the capital to invest into those opportunities. Now most of us here are starting in the bottom, and we need to work our way. So every advantage or opportunity you can find, see if you're able to go for it. We have to basically stack up opportunities, right? Let's be real. Most of those are probably going to fail, right? But at least when you're stacking up opportunities, eventually you will hit an opportunity that does work. And the other opportunities that didn't, you can learn from those. And at the end of the day, all of them are winning, because even when you lose, you win. And lastly, this is something that I'm really thinking about. And so I don't come from an extremely wealthy family with a wealthy background. I definitely didn't have it like hard, you could say. Just standard, let's say, middle class, my father working his entire life, just grinding away, having a lot of debt, having cars, and, just average, completely average. Now, I know my parents worked extremely hard their whole lives. They're still working to this day. But there's never seems to be enough to go and travel, or to like I said, I'm in another country. I've only seen my parents like once in the past 5 years. So there's never been that abundance of money, right? And so this is something that I want to build. I want to build an abundance of money, an abundance of wealth, and to leave a legacy so that my children's children can still benefit from the work that I've done now. If my children want to study something, I don't have any children yet, but in the future, if they want to study, I can throw money at it and just be like, yes, do what you want to do. Although, the education system is a whole other topic, but the point being that the opportunities that my family and my children want to pursue, they're able to pursue those things because there is no lack of income or lack of wealth for them to pursue those opportunities. I had many, let's say, aspirations or ambitions as I was younger, but many times I was told, like, no, I can't do it because there just isn't enough money for it. And so that's something I don't want to repeat for my children or my grandchildren. So at the end of the day, money doesn't come with us to the end, right? When we die, it's over, right? We have a limited time on this earth. But we can build up financial wealth and we can leave a legacy for future generations. And so that's really like kind of thinking of on the, third brain level, like into the future. We are trying to improve our lives now, but we're also looking into our future. So if you guys found any value in this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Check me on Rumble, and I'll see you in the next one.